hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish. Nice to have you with us. Whoops. A minimum what?
A minimum depth for, wait a minute. I know there's a minimum depth for substrate, but is there a maximum? Is there a point where the amount of substrate becomes detrimental to the tank's biology?
Excellent, excellent. Yes, there is. The maximum is the level at which whatever the tank is sitting on will no longer hold it. So that's the maximum. Beyond that, or before that, before you reach the point of utter destruction, it becomes an aesthetics issue. That is to say, if you have a 55-gallon tank that's 18 inches tall, you probably don't want 12 inches of substrate, although it wouldn't be bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. 6 inches of viewing is just fine. If it works for you, it's good for you. I'm okay with it. Listen.
Psychedelic hippocampus pretty much nailed it. They put Andrew Todd. I bet you he's going to say when the substrate's so deep that there's no room for water.
Well, that's yeah, like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is it's not that so much, because I enjoy a good substrate as much as the next guy, probably more so. The issue is, would I be happy sitting there watching substrate all day? And I probably, on balance, would not. I think after I got the microscope out and found a big lens to put over it so I could look at all the little squigglies in it, I think after a while I would tend to start ignoring it. And I'd be looking at other things that would take on greater interest. So, yeah, the limit is really aesthetic more than it is a matter of principle, if you will. So there is a minimum. There is no maximum. Now, let me just say this, one more thing about that. A hangnail, sorry guys. One more thing about that. When you're capping with sand in a brand new tank, try to keep it at 2 inches. Try not to go over 2 inches. And the reason is it's just going to take longer for those plants you're putting in it to find nutrition if you're at 3 to 4 inches. Unless it's a very, very large tank and you've got 3 or 4 inches of dirt and 3 or 4 inches of sand, then you're basically going to be okay, but you're going to want to plant deeply. Always plant at least halfway down into the sand bed. Do not plant all the way down into the dirt in a brand new tank, because the brand new dirt, substrate, soil is going to be raw, and it could very well burn the roots. So don't do it. The roots will find their way to food. That's their job, and they do it exceedingly well. You need not support them beyond making sure they are well anchored in your substrate. When building a DIY aquarium, do the side panels sit on top of the bottom glass? Yes. The side panels sit on top of the bottom glass. Or do they surround it? No, they do not surround it. I've seen both methods. You can use both methods. I do the top. And now, why do I do it? Why do I do it? I remember why I do it. I do it in order to ensure that there's adequate support at the seams. And here's the trick for that. If you don't do it, if you put the glass on the outside, And that piece of glass that is upright is not supported at the same degree, the same level, the same intensity, whatever, as the bottom sheet, it will spring and it'll leak. Happens every time. Might take a year, might take 5 years, but it's going to leak. So you always put the glass on top of the bottom in order to ensure a solid, stable, level support. So that's why. Well, I hope you found something you've never seen before. Have a great day. Nice having you with us. Come on back.